This podcast is sponsored by Darling Eyewear. Activate your alter ego with Darling Eyewear and start seeing life through a different set of lenses. Shop darlingeyewear.com. Tell them Demetrius Lee and Angela Lee in the Lee Life Experience Podcast sent you. Thank you.
Hi, welcome to a new edition of the Lead Life Experience podcast. Listen, this is Angie, and we have Demetrius here, and we want to let you know that we appreciate all the love. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for texting us and inboxing us. We really appreciate it. Listen, if you want to get your topics heard, I want you to go ahead and write down 833-370-1608. Put relationships in the comment if you would like to get your topics heard, or you just say, Angie, I really want to be a guest. I want to come on the podcast. I want to be able to share some of my life experiences and being able to hear y'all takeaway and y'all opinion of it. Because again, Demetrius and I are not licensed therapists. We just giving you what? Our life experience and our perception of it. So Demetrius, how you doing today?
How the bunch I'm doing just lovely. I'm glad to see
Wonderful.
your beautiful face.
Yes.
Your
I
lip
think
looks
this
so pretty.
turquoise. I think this turquoise and these pink lips are going divine. Hey, we're gonna give a shout out and let them know. Hey, this episode is sponsored by nobody other than out of Charlotte, North Carolina, Honey Bee Boutique, owner and operator of Miriam and Perrin Davis out of Charlotte. So listen, they got customized tees. So those of you, if you're looking to get your tees or your hat, they got a new embroidery machine. They are doing some really good things. And listen, the turnaround is really quick. That's what I like about it. Not only did I order me a shirt, I also ordered the grandbaby some shirt, Demetrius, because their daughter is a young entrepreneur. So she has a little shirt line. She has a shirt line as well. So being able to show them some love. I thought I had a card in here, but maybe by the end of the episode, again, go up on your social media platform and go to the Honey Bee Creations on Instagram and Facebook. So
Awesome,
Demetrius,
awesome.
yeah. So Demetrius, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, honey bunch. I'm glad to be here. Got me a good service this morning, and I'm ready to go. I don't know what the topic is. I think you ran a couple of topics by me,
Yeah.
but you're gonna pick one. So I'm just curious one you pick and who we gonna talk about. I'm just ready.
Yeah, listen, you all. I want y'all to be patient with us because on some certain topics, some of the topics, if you go to our previous episodes, Demetrius and I have kind of already like highlighted, but we want to let you know your topic is important. So if you send
Yeah.
us something and you say, "Hey, well, Andrew and Demetrius didn't talk about what I say," I want you to know that if we already have talked about that specific thing, we highly suggest you to either go to any of your podcast streaming platforms or go to YouTube. We do have a YouTube channel up under the Lee Life Experience podcast or the Lee podcast, and being able to find it, I promise you, you can search and get your answers. So we have already hit a good many of the topics, but again, your topics and your subjects does matter to us.
Yeah, it
So
do
don't
matter.
yeah, so we don't want to think like I emailed you a week ago, a month ago, and you didn't even talk about it. But if we already talked about that subject, to stay in sync, it has to be in alignment with what we already have. So some of the things that Demetrius and I, we already kind of like do it in quarters. We already like 3 months in advance. And so if you send us something, unless it's like an urgent trending topic and we think it fit in, of course, we'll go ahead and stick yours in. So be patient with us. That's the reason why you hadn't heard your specific topic. Because if we already discussed that within this that month, then that's why you didn't your topic wasn't heard. But we will put it in along
Yes, ma'am,
in
we
a
will.
future thing. So again, those of you, if you decide to send Demetrius and I something, Demetrius, a lot of times our episodes are sponsored, and the foundation is laid from the Darling brand. So these nice eyewear that we have, and you welcome to go get you a pair. Demetrius, where can they go and shop and browse your line?
I can go to a shop, dollarnightwear.com. Start seeing life through a different set of lenses. Now, I'm telling y'all about these sunglasses I'm wearing now. You got to trust me now. A lot of people put glasses on, sunglasses, and try to look cute, try to look good, but you put dollars on, your life just changed. You start seeing things different. I ain't lying, because you feel different, because dollars stand for something. I mean, it's to ever confident, make you believe in yourself. Yeah, you see how I'm talking now? I done bring the best out of me and my honey bun. Look at my honey bun. Look how beautiful she is. She just told you she got her Charles Cut green on, her beautiful lips, and darling, I'll wear home. Let's get it, honey bun. Let's get it.
That's right. That's it. So again, if you want to get your topics heard again, and you want to be able to sponsor and send Demetrius and I something, we do
Yeah.
have a address that you can send to our
To sponsor.
office. Yeah, to sponsor this particular episode. Let me make sure that I say this. It has to be in alignment with the brand. You can't come sending your hookahs. You can't come sending anything to us now. Send something that's in alignment. We have the right to not showcase something that's going to be vulgar, something that's going to be offensive, something that's going to be against what our religion preference are. So again, just because you send it to us does not mean we're going to go ahead and showcase it and wear it.
And money can't buy us. I don't care what you're going to have. There's got to be something to go with this brand relationship. Trying to help people, you know. Go ahead, honey. I didn't mean to cut y'all, but
I just want to make sure that was that we
good job.
And that we said that, because I think a lot of people, they are missing out because they talking to us and they sending us something, but they're not realizing that it has to be in alignment of the brand. So you can't expect us to kind of like just send anything and not be within the brand. So yeah, you ready, Demetrius, to get into this? And this is kind of juicy. You ready?
Yeah, I'm curious. Like I said, you know, you ran. I'm the same when you ran by me. You ran through by me earlier, so I'm gonna see what you gonna talk about.
All right. This young lady has came out of, I don't know exactly what state it was. Do you remember? Her name is Takira. Takira says she is 35 years old. She's currently in a relationship with a guy that's 23 years young. She is having issues because she has an older brother, and her father is against this 12-year relationship gap. So, Demetrius, you know, you and I, we do have an age gap in our relationship. So
6 now, 6, man.
So, can you give her? She wants to know that she's at a crossroad because right now she's having a time of her life. She said, "The best time of my life, the best sex of my life, the best sex of my life.
Oh,
it is
shit.
is an adventure." And she's saying that she's happy, and you know, she see a future with her and this 23-year-old. She didn't say whether she had children or not, so I can't, add that because it's a lot to say that if she have children. And at 35, I would say that say she had a child at 15, half her age. I would be real curious on that if she does have a teenage child.
Shit, she probably got a child. She probably go ahead. She probably got one. I did buy
that if she have a child and her child is in between 15 and 17, you have to make sure that 23-year-old is not looking at your child. So Demetrius, I'm gonna let you go ahead and tackle this first because I have
you want to put it on the mouth, apple mouth on. Let me run my mouth on.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you go ahead.
I know I'm going with that. What name? Takira? Tashira? What name? Takira?
Takira.
Okay, Takira. I'm getting it right. Takira, I'm gonna tell you, you 35, that man 23. Nah, I'm gonna come out blunt with you. That shit ain't gonna damn work. I mean, that's a fantasy you going through. Fantasy. Hell yeah, that man, a younger man don't know that woman like that. Hell, I wouldn't go with a woman.
She's still in her prime.
Yeah, that boy 23, you say. I mean, I'll get wrong now. I would talk to a woman before I would let her cook me some dinner, feed me over that woman like that. I don't want to go to a woman. I want me a young woman. I mean, she can break me in and start me. You told me to talk. Let me handle this.
Break you in? What you mean?
Oh, the girl 35. He 23. Yeah, she can show me a few things. Break me in, feed me good. Treat me like my mama treat me like feed me. Right?
Do you think she's your mom?
Yeah, a woman that old. I mean, you talking about, that's just whatever I want to use. When a man go through an episode like that, I can't get the word. Don't tip my tongue. But he just decided he just doing something. I want an older woman. Man, that man don't want that damn woman. That woman too old for it, man.
So you don't think that they can have a lasting relationship that leads to marriage?
Shit, no. About 2 years, maybe 3. That man gonna say
okay.
3 years, he be 26. He gonna see a 22-year-old girl. He gonna look at that 38-year-old woman. Wait a minute, 38, 23. I'm going with a 23. I don't want to know that woman got a muffin top and all that old mess on her.
There you go back with that muffin top.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't know
Take the
why.
flow. Take the flow.
I don't
Take
know
the
why
flow.
that's so upsetting to you because if she's
And
30,
upset now.
wait a minute, I'm talking about if she's 35. I'm not. I'm not. I
Okay.
don't care about that talking that muff talk because I see people who kind of laughed at you about that. But I'm 35. If she's 35 and she's dating now, she's saying that she's having a good time. Right now, she's on her roller coaster
Oh
ride.
yeah. He here too. He enjoying himself. He enjoying himself. For
Okay,
about 3
so
more years.
okay, it's gonna be some listeners here that's in the same situation. So Demetrius, can you tell her things that she needed? Why you think it won't work?
I don't know. I won't say God made it or a life just been like that. A man always gonna go with a younger woman. He always gonna go back there. I'm gonna say go back. He'll go with an older woman because it look cute at first. Now a young man at 20 go to an older woman, that's cute. A man that is 40 with a 50, 60-year-old woman, money involved in. So it's depending when the time have. But I'm telling you, now older woman going to a younger man, she's having fun, just sexual and going out. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You trying to marry the man, fall in love with it? I'm telling you, and Takira, it ain't gonna work. Now I ain't no master at this thing, but I'm gonna see a lot of women go to older men, a younger man. 5 years at the most, that shit over. And I've been with a man. I had an older woman before. I dealt with an older lady before.
Okay,
And she was great. I had a good time. Enjoyed myself.
and why you didn't stay?
But hell, I came and found you, then. Damn, I got me a younger woman. I don't know what that woman, man. Trying to feed me, cook me all macaroni and cheese and collard greens and cabbage.
Okay, wait a minute. I got to write this list down because this is the list where from a young man. So a young man is looking at an older woman is number one his mom.
No.
I heard you say. I heard you say trying to be his mom.
No,
Number
I said
two,
come
you
up
said-
there. Come up there. When it started, he looking like, damn, she's fine as hell.
Mhm.
But then he get to the point, she's like a mama to him. Because she talking to him like a grown woman, like his mama talk.
Okay. Number two, I heard you say she's cooking and she cooking for him. So she feeding
right.
feeding him good.
Clean the house for him, clean up the bedroom.
Number three, what about money? She's
no,
being a contributor.
Hold on, what age right now? Now a woman like that girl Takira 35. I won't say she give him no money. She probably holding on. You know, she probably give him the money. He probably got a job. Young man.
I'm sure she buying him little gifts. I'm sure she
doubt that. Nah,
I'm sure she buying little keepsake.
She that woman 35. She ain't buying no man nothing. That woman too young. She ain't been through that. She just having a good time. That man, he letting the wood to her.
Okay.
And she enjoying it. And he enjoying it.
She said, that's what the letter said. She enjoying it.
Yeah, he's saying he have an older woman and she cooking for him. He didn't say no, I know she cooking for him. And she feeding him and she educating him, telling him how to do his money, probably telling him about stocks and bonds, probably telling him
At 35?
Oh yeah, she
at 35, she ain't talking about.
Oh yeah, she probably ready. She probably ready, ain't she?
Wait a minute, I didn't say she wasn't ready. I said when she's not talking about no stocks and bonds.
I'm gonna give an example. She probably talking about how to invest the money, 401k. She probably telling about a job, going IT tech. She getting him all kind of advice, like his mama would. But he gonna appreciate it, all that. He gonna tell her, thank you, I appreciate it, Miss Takira. You was a nice woman to me. You looked out for me.
And he gonna put
thank you everything you did for me.
He gonna put Miss in front of it.
Yeah, then I found a new girl. She's 23 years old, and I'm 26, and that's about my best way to go. Now, you and your daughter or child, you got a child. I don't know what you got. You said she have a child, you don't know. But that's what they going to do. Just trust me. Ain't no man, and women, I ain't trying to make y'all mad. I know y'all saying, who the hell you think he is?
That's right. That's
I'm telling you, you might got a young man now. But I'm telling you, 4 or 5 years, this joker looking at a young woman right now, you don't know. He's going back to a younger woman. And you can tell him I say it. Tell Demetrius Antonio Lee Sr. say it. Ain't no man gonna know that woman. I'll tell you right now. Then she get about 60, no one have sex no more, and you in your 40 or 50. You, well, you know, just do sex once every 2 weeks. Is you crazy? I'm used to getting 3 or 4 hours a week. Come on now. Go ahead, honey, but for you get me started. You know I get riled up by some shit like this. Here, let's go.
But my thing is, I'm thinking about my son. I know as a mom, no, I would not want my son bringing home a ready-made family. And I have to be a little biased.
All right, you get chewed up.
Okay, yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying I wouldn't want him to. I wouldn't want him to bring home a ready-made family, because I know the complication that comes with it. That the daddy may or may not, the father of the child may or may not be in his life, and the things that and the heartbreak that goes along with it. So if that was our son and he was bringing home an older lady and he said, Mom and Dad, this is y'all new daughter-in-law. What can you say?
Bullshit. I look at her and say, hey. I look at that woman and go like, what you up to? I look at her. I ain't gonna say I'm gonna look at her. What you up to? Get your ass out of here with that shit now. Quote what I say now. Not gonna say it to her. I say, I got a look on my face.
Oh, you gonna give her a look?
Hell yeah, I give a look like you don't get your ass out of him. You been bother my baby. I mean, you want to play with him?
Your son 26 years old. He's a grown man.
Well, she could play with him, but she ain't be like that. She gonna get it easy.
Okay, so you allow her to come and let him introduce us. He can.
No, I don't want to see her.
I know.
I don't want to see her. I don't want to see her. Let me play with her. Let them go to the thing called Main Event. Dave and Buster. Go out. Let's go out there, have a good time. About 4 or 5
But you know what?
But
listen, I'm saying that, but I have to be a little too excited. From my son, from my own personal is a mom of a young man. I would not want Demetrius to go and get a ready-made family unless this young lady is putting him in position to win. Now, if you're a young lady, and I mean, only she gonna know that, and I know.
Hold on. Let's back up. Who you said put him in position? How old this woman live? And my son 26.
This lady is 35 years old, and she
want to talk to win.
And your son 26 years old, and he can't.
She like him now. She like him like that.
Yeah, she bringing him home. I mean, he brought her home to meet us, and he's saying, "Mama, I think she won."
She dangerous. She put him just to win. And she's gonna get mad at him. She made him. Go ahead. I'm gonna
tell you what story this remind me of.
Oh,
Usher. Usher.
Usher.
Yeah. You remember his first wife? His mom didn't like her. She did not approve of. I mean, I ain't gonna say didn't like the lady as in person, but she did not approve of the marriage.
Yeah, I can't remember Usher being married. I was too busy to be Usher back them days.
Oh my God. Cut.
I ain't gonna marry him. I didn't know it.
Yes, he was married.
Hell, I didn't know it. I think he got married a while ago. They say, but
no, that's a second marriage.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
This is a second marriage, and she's a non-black woman. The first marriage is to a black woman. I think she was somebody that was in his camp, and his mom didn't approve of it. But with her being old, I would go back and research and get the logistics of it. But I remember that story, especially.
You sure you're married?
What did I just say?
Damn, I was doing some wild ass shit in them days. I can't remember that.
So I'm just only saying that I can imagine that the mom when it finally was over and it was a nasty divorce. And the mom was like, "I told you so." It's just something about a mom that we can kind of read other women, and and I'm saying it, and I'm saying it because I'm a woman, and I done been a young female that was out there. And as a woman that looking for the betterment of my son, I know that when Demetrius Jr. is talking about young ladies, and if he get all excited, looking at women on the exterior, and I quickly redirect him. I was like, son, if they look good to you, they look good to somebody else. So don't get so, and I'm sure Takira didn't send no picture of herself, but I can imagine she's still a young looking woman. To pull her 23-year-old.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying for her to pull a 23-year-old, she can't look like a mama. She
probably got to look good.
Yeah, she's looking. So right now, and we'll call some names later on in the episode of the football player that, like I told you, that's going with a lady, older lady that she 39, he 21.
I tell them excuse my language. I tell them the same thing. It ain't gonna work. Only way I'm gonna bust some bubbles here. We need gonna break down. We take a break. I'm gonna say this here. Now I come and finish now. Now a man with a 30-year-old woman. So a man 30 years old and got a 20-year-old man 35 with a 23-year-old woman. That should work. That'll go. Yeah. Why? We're gonna take a break, but come back. I want you to tell me why that'll work. Why the woman? Why you accept that? But people accept that more than accept the young man. But we're gonna come back to it. Except the woman, an older woman with a younger man, but the man, the older man with a younger woman work better. It work better, honey bun. Work better. Take your break, honey bun. We'll finish this thing up. Honey bun, take a break. Let these people soak all this in. When I come back, Yeah, I'm gonna get a little more rough. You're gonna take your
Hi, Demetrius. Okay, we left off. Well, we went to a break, and we was talking about younger
older
women.
man.
Oh, yeah, older woman, younger man. So
No, we
now,
talking about that, but I said, let me finish up. Older man with a younger woman. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Oh yeah. When I was for break, we're talking about like what will work, an older man, a younger woman. A man can be 10 years on a woman there. We've been going on all our life. You know, eventually a man gonna run out of gas. Probably have a problem at the end of the road, but a 10-year gap, by the time he gets 60, she 50, when he gets 70, it about go balance out. It about real. So when I was getting that, like, that mode of work, I mean, that's normal. But I want y'all people listening to this podcast. You can go back and look at your family member. You can look at your buddies, your sisters, your cousin, any woman who with a younger man. I mean, that's my young. I'm like probably an 8 or 9 year gap. Really, I'm 5 years kind of rough, but when a man younger, they might have last 5, might have last 6 years. But that shit didn't work. Cause that man gonna go back to a young woman. I'm sorry, man. You get mad at me. I ain't breaking no code. It's common sense. Y'all have not been stepping an older woman. Unless you rich. And she rich, you still gonna find your young girl. But you ain't going over there. You gonna stay there then. You just pay the young girl the money you got. But y'all boys, men, boys, that stuff don't work. It ain't gonna work on a bunch. But an older man with a younger woman, yeah, that work. They got a better chance. They have a problem too now. That'll fall off too now. I've been in that situation. I was a lady, a 10-year gap. I probably could have kept up with her. but eventually, you know, I'm gonna run out of gas where I'm going. Cause I'm drinking alcohol, I'm doing all kind of, but I was doing what I supposed to do, stay in shape. I probably can do it. A man can do it then, but what I was doing, like you had to bust down, see now you got 6 years apart. And hell, you can't keep me now. You can't handle me now. Hell, hey shit, I know good with you. I got you whooped. You begging me to stop. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead. I'm gonna
You know what? I don't like to bust your ego. I let you sit on here and do all that talking.
You go ahead.
I don't say anything, but I do agree as far as age wise. And situations are gonna come up. On our previous episode, we talked about testosterone, and I think it's fitting for this conversation that when you dating somebody and you have that bigger age gap, you do have to look at the consequences. I know everything is, you young, you don't think about that. I think Demetrius, when you and I met, we was like, I was 15 years old. So when you looking
you couldn't
at
say that you went on damn 15. You was going on you were 16 years old, man. Like I say November, December, you turn 16 in 2 months. Go ahead. I've been messing with you.
No, I'm saying, I'm talking about since I have known you.
Yeah.
That over the years, you looking at that you was that much older than I was. I wasn't thinking that. Even when you go ahead and you fast forward to in your 20s, you're still not thinking that. Only until when we came back and once we reconciled, did we have to start thinking about that. Because when you and I came back together, you was a grandfather. I wasn't looking at that. It was, you had changes on your job. So I'm just saying, as you age with somebody and you talking to them, it's different dynamics that you need to be thinking about. So the young ladies in your 20s in your teens, because there's some young people that listen to it. When you listen to this, and you in your teens, 18 years old, I'm gonna speak to 18 years old and up. You're not looking at your life partner. You're not thinking about when y'all grow old. You're just thinking about the butterflies that you're feeling. In your 20s, you're still living off those butterflies. But in your 30s, you think things, all of the mistakes you done made in your 20s, and then when you was in your teens, you're looking at trying to renegotiate your life, like what I'm going to do. But when you hit 40, that's when your life map start. When you hit 40, your body got a mind of its own. Things that go ahead.
No, I'm saying, can you imagine a woman hit 40 years old and going with a 30-year-old man, a 28-year-old man? I go to a 20-year-old man. Could you imagine that?
Yeah, because I don't see.
I mean, she do it, but can you imagine how long it's gonna last? You're a woman. Think about yourself now, not your man. I got the man.
Okay, well, hey, wait a minute. I just had a birthday and I'm 48.
Okay.
So me now, and I think you and I had this conversation the other day, and I told you, Demetrius, if I had to get back single now, it'd be a lot more challenging because the internet done changed from when I was out there single before. meeting up and the criteria for dating, it has changed. I told our son and his girlfriend, if they were to get single, you know, the dynamics change because they done been, together for a long time. But think about if they were to break up, you know, you looking at her and she doing laundry and all that without a ring. Demetrius, now these women want these things early. And the way that you meet somebody, you talking about putting, those things, your standards up to par of what it is that you expect in a relationship. So again, ladies, when you in your 20s, it's different. When you are 30s, and because she has a daughter, a child, a potential child. I don't know if it's a girl or a boy, but because of that, like I said, I wasn't sure. I'm just giving a scenario. If you have a child, your life doesn't change, because if she having a teenage child, just say she made it to she got 15 or 16 years old, then before she started birthing out a child, Demetri, she ain't really lived. She been taking care of a child. And that's what normally happens in our relationship. And when you trying to feel a love life, you going after the attention, not really looking at stability. And I'm sure at 35, she should be looking to have some kind of long life conversations. And unfortunately,
Looking at a
Takira,
man our age.
yeah, unfortunately, Takira, I'm gonna have to. It's like we had.
So you go with your husband. Look at a man our age
Yeah,
or older.
yeah. I'm gonna say, unfortunately, Takira, I'm gonna have to pass on it, because I know that you on the roller coaster ride right now, and right now you on the high. But I want you to really, really look at your life situation. And I know you want somebody, and it's probably been a long time since you have dated, and this man give you all those feelings. But I have seen too many women that had experienced a young boy, and she being older, they end up, the generations are different. Y'all not gonna like all the same thing. You gonna be in your soft girl era. You gonna be in your grandmama in the chicken, and be want to wear the gown, your moo, your chicken frying gown. He's not gonna want to come home.
I'm gonna stop it too. The man thing gonna come up with a hair mail. Say you woman 43, 44.
Mm-hmm.
She going with a man 23.
Mm-hmm.
Say she got a daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Now how long do you think her daughter gonna be? Tell the woman 43, 44, she fine.
Yeah.
And she man with 26, 28.
Her daughter gonna be of age.
Her daughter 20 years old, 29.
Yeah.
What you think he gonna do?
He looking at the daughter.
Now, yeah, he looking at that. Now, I mean, he gonna do it now, ladies and men. I'm not accusing nobody on this podcast would do something like that, but it's possible. It have happened plenty of time.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen some more when I'm gone. When you gone, he got his man 26. Go look at your daughter. She fine, you fine. Shit, why I want this old ass woman? Her leg won't get in there no more. Knee won't be in no more.
Oh my God.
Well, it's true then. She don't want to get on the side.
But listen, even older men is looking at the women daughters. I mean, I done heard the stories. I haven't had it because I don't have a daughter, but I have had women that have confided in me. When I'm saying confided, I'm talking about they were just talking in general. That a man was looking at their daughters.
That don't feel right. You're right, but that just don't feel right to me. That feels, but the same scenario, but it feels kind of funny for a man to go with a woman and she yoni, then he look at the woman daughter young. That's some psycho. But that's my theory. But at the same time, a woman would look bad too. But go ahead, honey, but I don't want to touch that because that kind of make my flesh crawl.
No, I'm just saying that it happens, and you have to be able to look at every angle. And I'm saying it, and and we're not saying it for no joke, but you have to be able to look at every angle.
That's
and
serious.
The thing is, you have to put sometimes you got to, lower your lenses so you can see the glass is half full.
That's why I tell you about wearing dollars. Start seeing life different. I mean, sunglasses, hey, you laughing, but them sunglasses, I wear these sunglasses. People don't know why I wear sunglasses. I'm going to say it again, y'all. I say it in people podcast. I wear them. I can hide my facial expression, these dollars. I can see things that y'all don't know I'm looking at. But I can, looking at somebody's dollar that I'm dating, I was dating a woman, kind of like me, they kind of sick. Unless the woman, like, I've dated a woman 40 years old, and I was, like I said, I was 28, and the dog was 22, 23. That's something a little different now. But a man like he in his 40, and a girl 19, 18, looking at him 16, nah, I ain't with that now. I got a problem with that, honey, but Got a
No,
problem with it.
what I'm saying is, Demetrius, you
Okay.
still have to look at if you are a woman and you have kids, period. You have to
Okay.
think about your girls and your boys. I'm not leaving boys out because, it does happen. But especially your young girls, it's predators out here that want their way into your household. They want that trust. And if you don't believe me, just go look at First 48. Just go to any crime show and look at the boyfriend that did this. So I don't want you to be so in love that if your father, she said her father and her brother is totally against it.
They're trying to
So
help her.
my thing is, if they totally against it, is it against it because they might know something about him? Do he have a
Oh.
past?
Oh, no, I don't know. You're right. We don't know that. That's right. So she didn't
So
say all that.
so if they warning you and I'm saying it because I done had a family member that was waving a red flag to me and was like, Angie, no, but I was so caught up in the moment that I fell out with her for trying to tell me the truth. So that's the reason why I'm saying, don't be so googly eyed in love that you don't look at all the writing on the wall. Some people just with you. Some people do have hidden agendas. It be
Yeah.
a motive on why they with you. Are they with you because they have a car? When you 9 times out of 10, when you see a man that looks overly stunning to be with, a woman that you feel like that's an odd couple, and I'm not saying nobody better than anybody, but when you have seen a woman, not saying that neither one of them
Hold on.
is
Stop
worthy.
that. Stop that. You know, I told you where we stayed. I saw this man. He's like a football player,
Mhm.
but with this lady. She about his age, but she was extra overweight. And I'm looking at like, wow, I shouldn't think that way, but this way he looked like a pretty boy. Why would he with her? He's got 2 little kids, so I'm assuming there's something going on now. I could be wrong, but it's a cat somewhere. Somebody got some money or some Harris coming in somewhere down the line. Something going on in the bunch.
That's not necessarily the case.
I said,
Hold on,
what I
wait
think.
a minute. But there's again the stereotyping. So
That's
that's
right.
what I'm saying. So you have to be able to look at, even though I know Demetrius is he's vocal on his, people are say it. I mean, everybody know who Charles and Mr. Nelda is. There's a social media couple.
Yeah, I know
Everybody,
who is that?
no, well, you don't want to know, but I'm just saying it because.
Why you think everybody know? I don't see y'all know
So
all
I'm just,
things. Buffett top
so I'm
nine,
just on
Charlie Left.
saying
Go
that
ahead.
you
Go
all
ahead.
just go ahead and you can just research. Just put go to YouTube and put Netta when she's saying Charles, your dinner's ready. But anyway, it's a trans the trans woman is a trans woman, and
What?
then a trans woman, and she's dating Charles, and they have picked them up. And so Funky Deneva, which is a commentator, he
I
is
like
like
him.
you.
Fucking Steve Trey. I like him.
Yeah, Funky
That's
Deneva
funny.
is like you. He a straight shooter, and he said,
Yeah,
"Now
he don't
y'all
care.
know."
He gonna call it how he see it. That's what I
Said,
like
"Now
about it.
y'all know. Let's be honest. Let's address the
Yeah,
elephant
he
in the
called what
room."
he see it. I like him.
Exactly. So you have to be able to what some people saying and what Demetrius be saying. Some people do be thinking it. We just don't say
Man,
it.
I'm just calling where I see it, and I want to tell it to Akira. I want to say it again. 'Cause I don't want to get off topic. I'm not trying to knock you or nothing about on this podcast or YouTube to this YouTube video. I'm telling you, women. I'm about women now. That stuff with a younger man, it's a fun. Enjoy yourself. It's a good trip, a good ride, good 2 or 3 years. Enjoy yourself. Getting your back beat in. Old boy last. But he going to a young woman. He ain't got no choice. How God built us to do. Build our mind to think. Just look at it. You take them line, look at everybody in your family who married. I bet every one of them either the same age or they're 2 or 3 years apart and the man older. I bet you some money. If you think I'm lying, just look at your family. Go look at look at YouTube, Google, and you gonna see what I'm talking about. Ain't no man most time gonna stay with an older woman. It have him, but the catch to it. And you look at that too. It's the woman got some money somewhere. There's something going on. Go ahead, $100. I'm gonna call it like I'm a straight shooter.
I don't have anything to add to that.
You got to have something to it. You know you got to tell these women. Go and tell them my husband telling y'all the truth, and tell them that my mama say Don't do it. Tell them, honey, don't do it. Tell them older women. And I'm telling them older men, get you a younger woman, man. Keep it about 5 years, 6 years. Don't get you no woman 10 years apart. You can do it now. But I'm telling you now you drinking beer and you ain't taking care of yourself, you better get a woman about 5 years apart from you. Now you in good shape and you don't drink alcohol, get your woman about 10 years apart. You keep up with her. You keep up with her.
All I'm gonna say, on that note, because it is some exceptions to the rule, because we know people gonna say, "Hey,
I want to have exceptions.
My husband and I have been together, and we 20 years apart." It is exception to the rule, and I'm gonna tell you the reason what makes an exception to the rule. The exception to the rule is mindset. If your mind is focused on that relationship and you tend to do, and both of y'all don't have any hidden agendas or motive behind it, and it really is off love and being together, and you have went through some, trials and tribulations early. I'm speaking from, a woman that was out there that was divorced, that I knew I was a good woman. And because I was a good woman, I met a lot of frogs along the way that I could have potentially been good to them, but they just didn't choose me. So whether they didn't choose me because I was older, didn't choose me because
you was older. I'm telling you what it was.
Or didn't choose me because I had a child, or didn't choose me because I had a career. I'm just, saying, even when I did online dating, you can't always get promising things off there as well, because people look at you as in a different status, and that was a no as well. People, they already be done sized you up, and of course you had somebody who they just wanted sex. It wasn't no if, answer, buts about it. They wanted you just for the sex, and they let you know that it was sex is all they wanted. So being able to put yourself in those particular categories, but after a while, sex come off the table. After a while, you want somebody to be there. And I'm saying it because as Demetrius and I are approaching our older years now, it's not about the sex. It has to be more of a substance. Like, okay, Demetrius, as we aging, we going to these doctor visits, medication. Who's gonna be there to take care of us if the life go the other way?
Yeah.
And Takira, I'm just saying, I'm sorry.
You can like me now. Yeah.
I'm sorry. But I just want you to think of it as, you 35, and as you, navigating your life, write down some things that you want. Like, what are you looking for out this relationship? A lot of times we will settle with somebody younger because we really don't want to face the fact. We really don't want to face what's going on in our life. Have you been in a previous relationship that that ended up and they may hurt you, or are you in a relationship and you feel like you're not the best version of yourself? You might be a little overweight or not, and sometimes we'll choose poorly because we have those things going on. We'll choose poorly because we not putting ourselves first and making everybody else a priority, and we'll settle because we really don't want to go back out there. And I'm telling you that will cause you more in the long run. I'd rather be by myself and fight and thug that thing out than just letting somebody come and use my time prematurely. Demetrius, I'd rather be by myself than to let somebody come in. My heart can't take it.
That makes sense. Okay, you're older woman.
I am.
I know you can't imagine not being without me. I understand that.
Yeah. I did 10 years, brother. 10 years.
But
10 years, buddy.
You back. You came back.
Nah, you came to me.
Well, how you want to put it? We go. We back together.
You came to me.
I'm like something. Can you see a woman?
Yeah.
I'm going to say 45. I'm going to use 45. Going with a 30-year-old man. How long am I saying? No, I know it can have. How long do you give? But you knowing where your body is now, how long would you give her, that man, to be together? Well, she can keep up now. Not him now. Well, she can keep up and keep her drive going with him. As a black woman, you tell me.
I'm saying that if you were in a relationship and both of y'all both have chemistry, the chemistry have to be there. You have to.
You got it. Say you got it now. But how long, man, she is a woman? You 48, right?
I'm 48.
Okay. I was a 45-year-old woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know how you feel right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think you got decent chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying, she with a 30-year-old man.
Mm-hmm.
How long would you think that last for her behalf? I know how long he gonna go. I know I'm a man, so I know.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you, because I have some friends and they said estrogen level is like up, and they was like, girl, and
How old
I'm
is
going. They in their 40s. They 45.
I ain't what you hear what I say now. I say you 45.
She 45.
Okay, hold on, let's begin. You 45. She 45.
Mhm.
And this man is 30.
Mm-hmm.
I should have said this. Say 10 years from now, she 55. So now he's
Mhm.
40. How long y'all gonna keep it going? This man
Demetrius,
still going.
Demetrius, wait a minute. If that man still got it, what did your mama say? If that man still bringing and making excitement,
Why y'all call my
she
mama
doing.
that, man?
And I'm saying, even for a woman, if I were to get in a relationship with a man and he's making me feel good, oh baby, he getting it. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. If you're in a relationship and both of y'all still have chemistry, the chemistry has to be there. If it ain't no chemistry, if you just come in there and fussing and organizing and going on, all those dynamics have to be in play.
Okay, imagine that.
If he's
See,
still
can you
a
see
nice-looking man,
can you see a woman?
say Usher. Say Usher. That's
No, a
use
black
him.
woman.
Use him.
A black woman, 65 years old, 60, still having sex 3 times a week. I'm gonna say 3. A black woman, 60 years old, 65.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you.
I mean, chemistry. Say the chemistry. Think she do it?
Yeah, I think she'll do it. I think she'll do it. I met woman older than that. I told you I met woman in California, and she was in her 80s, late 80s. She said, you got to ask somebody older than me.
She was a black woman.
She was. She said, you got to ask somebody older than me.
She was black.
She was black.
100% black.
100%
It wasn't mixed with nothing.
Mixed with nothing.
I don't believe it.
Yes, you will.
I don't believe it.
Well, I'm telling you. Demetrius, I know what you trying to imply, but again.
What I'm trying to imply? Hold on, what you saying?
No, I'm just saying, I know what you're trying to imply, but you have to realize that you speaking from where your standpoint is and the experience that you have had. I have had other people that I have been around that still have a sex drive that's higher than mine. And they older.
Well, I got men I'm around, they got a high sex drive. The women don't want to have sex. Now what I want to do with that? These men still want to have sex.
But I just said the people and experience that you're around, everybody's not like that. I can't agree with you when everybody's
I'm gonna estimate here. I'm gonna say 20 dudes I know.
Mm-hmm.
20 relationships. 20 dudes, 20 relationships. And I'm gonna say the age limit 45 and up.
Mm-hmm.
I know 20 dudes, probably 4 of them having sex on the regular. And the other 16, they can have it. It's the women. It ain't the men. And the women love that. You tell now something ain't right. $100, something ain't right now. Y'all ain't been jiving with that, man. Something ain't right now. Go ahead. You tell me what you think.
Like I said, and I'm not gonna keep on beating this conversation.
Man, I want you to beat it to the ground.
Well, no, I'm saying,
I want you to beat it to the ground.
I'm gonna ask. All I'm gonna say is, ask Catherine. Ask Catherine. She's 70-something.
You keep my email, mama name out your mouth.
Ask Catherine. Because I hate when you do that. I hate when you get on here and you try to stereotype and group every woman in there. It's always a percentage of people who
start calling dudes on the phone. Start calling on the thing. I bet you we can get them another phone call. I bet you.
Well, you know they're not gonna tell the truth about their lady. Who gonna throw their lady on the bus if they living and happily married? That's not gonna do that.
No, but I ain't saying throw on the bus, but I'm saying they love their wives. They got a good wife. They don't want to have sex. They don't want to have sex.
That's just because they done lost interest in them. You can say what you want.
Well, other race women. So when they keep their drive up.
Well, you know why? No, I say it's the men. It ain't the women.
Hell, man,
they done lost interest. They done lost interest. Either they working too much. They done lost the interest. That's why. That's the reason. It's not cause that. Because if they get with somebody else, I bet you they'll be having sex. I bet you they will. I put money on it.
Well, I'm just shocked on it, but I
don't know why. I don't know why.
Well, how about? Well, I mean, you had that problem. I mean, we talk about everybody else now, so I don't worry about this podcast. Realize now, I am kind of like a stud now, but you do pretty good. You do pretty good, honey, but you keep up pretty good. You keep up with me. You do good. A lot of women talk.
We ain't talking about myself.
I'm saying I want to
know. But this is the thing. This is what you and
I
like
scared.
I said,
I'll get worried about you.
When you trying to navigate and go through all these other avenues. One is a 48-year young woman. I know the things that I have to think about. I know things that I was thinking about in my 20s and 30s. Heck no, I wasn't thinking about them. But if it lay here while I'm getting and approaching 50, if God allow me to live it, I know I got to worry about menopause. Is my body changing? You got hormones that you got to fight against. You have
Yeah.
all those changes that your body's going to go through. So I can't say those women are not having sex. You have to, several of them already done had hysterectomies. At one time in the state of South Carolina, and I'm just going so I won't have
What
to
do
put
that
the whole
mean?
town
I,
on.
hold on. I know it is now. What do it mean
Hold
for the
on.
woman going forward?
But that's what I'm just telling you. There is women has already started having hysterectomies, and just about every doctor in the world wants to be able to give them that. They want to be able to remove women body parts, and when they removing their body parts out of there, they taking out when you taking the ovaries away. The ovaries is what helps stimulate, and you taking them away, and they having to take
Yeah.
artificial supplements. So when you asking a question, I'm just only telling you if the people that can have it, I can pretty much tell you out of 20 women.
I forgot about that.
can-
I apologize.
Out of
Yeah,
20,
you right.
no, out of 20 women, I can pretty much tell you probably at least 15 of them done had hysterectomies.
I forgot
At
about that.
least
But
partial, if a partial hysterectomy or a regular hysterectomy. So if those are the cases, you done remove the things that caused me to have a libido to increase it.
yeah.
It's getting taken away.
I'm sorry. I want to apologize because I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
I've
what
got-
I'm telling you. That's why
Well,
you got a nurse on the line.
Oh,
I am an emergency room nurse.
before we close this out, I'm gonna say too. I went to the doctor, and the doctor asked me a couple times, 3 visits, do I still like to have sex? And I'm being real, Alderson. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna tell the truth. I told him, yeah, but I ain't like I used to be. And I know it was a bad thing, a good thing. But she told me, the female doctor, my testosterone was high. So I was still good. So nothing wrong with that, but she wanted to know why, she just asked me that. And let's talk about the doctor. I want to ask her,
But
why did you ask me that for?
okay, let me break this down to
All
you
right.
from a medical standpoint.
Okay.
The reason why she asked you that question is because you of a man of age. That's what I'm trying to say. At 35, I'm sure she's not thinking about it. Takira is not thinking about it right now. But when as those birthdays come on, she's gonna be thinking that, oh, wait a minute, my body's changing. Now menopause used to happen when women get 40. Now the golden age is 35 years old. So when you start losing it that libido and start having those urges, and you really don't know, like, hey, what's wrong? I'm speaking from a personal standpoint. I wasn't with anybody before you came, so Demetrius, I ain't have anybody to tell me. Only until I got back with you did you say, and something's wrong with you. So think about it. The 2 years prior to meeting you or reconnecting with you, wasn't with anybody for anybody to tell me, and you ain't want to have sex anymore, and your interest done died down. I wasn't doing it anyway. So until you have a reconnection and somebody come along and tell you, the only way you was able to tell that is because I done now I'm with you and you seeing, wait a minute, something changed about this girl. So again, things that me and you was going through in our 20s and 30s, well, I'm gonna say 20s, teens and 20s, because I went with you in my 30s. During those times, is exploring. So by the time you coming back, like, okay, now I got Angie. Now I got to worry about Angie going through menopause. That wasn't a conversation when we was together before. Those are the things in the conversation need to be had. At 35, she need to be keeping an eye on it. It need to be on the radar, which I'm sure she's not.
But hey,
yeah.
hey, let me listen to her. I'm gonna say something because I know we're running out of time. Hey, Takira, I almost say, and I'm gonna Angie close the thing out. Hey, your dad and your brother is concerned about you. And I don't know how you like this man. You're in love with him now, but I want you to do one thing for me. Enjoy the young man, have a good time, and young man, enjoy her. I have a good time. That's good experience. But baby, don't try to marry and go with him. It ain't gonna work. And I'm sorry anybody on the podcast hear me say that. Feel like I don't know what I'm talking about. Like I say, go back and look in your history, your family history. Just look in your friends who in a situation with younger men. I give 5 years, but it's normal. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Been going on all our life. It can work. But Takira, if you want to work, I'm gonna pull for you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm pulling for you, but I'm bending against you. So, so all I'm gonna say, baby, enjoy yourself with that young man, and young man enjoy her. Honey Bunch, I'm through. I'm gonna let you close it out. Okay. Cause I want to talk. I'm gonna put my foot in my mouth.
Okay. Well, y'all know how I get worked up about it, and like I said, I wasn't thinking like that prior to But the medical experience that I have seen changes. Not only from patients, but I have seen it personally in myself. Conversations I used to have prior, I didn't have those. Now I know that if I had to get back single, those kind of conversations would have
Would
to
you
be
be a
had.
cougar? Would you be a meow? Would you be a cougar?
No, I couldn't be a cougar because I couldn't keep up. I wouldn't be able to keep up.
So you ain't that crazy
Yeah.
then?
No, I wouldn't be able to keep up. I know I
Some
can't.
women, some women your age think that way, but you know,
I mean, they might-
I can still want to do it with one, but not try to make a relationship with it. That's all I'm saying. I understand
But,
it.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I can understand them being excited
Yeah.
about it as well, and you'll want that thrill, you'll want that adrenaline rush. But then you'll realize that once the dust settle, how long can you keep that time up? The real you, what you say, Demetrius? Show yourself for 90 days. After a while, the real you is gonna come out.
Yeah.
You
can't lie
start
no
off
more.
having this. I done heard so many times. We done heard it. Demetrius, the man cheated on his woman, and the side girl was having a whole lot of sex. But when he got her, when he no longer had any other interference, she went did the same thing the wife did. I told you, everybody want the same thing. Every woman wants the same thing. They want you to them. They want you to themselves. We want you. We want you to love us. We want you to take care of us. We want you to be a protector and a provider. We want you to snuggle with us. We want the gifts. We want spontaneous dates. We want those love notes. We want it all. But it all comes with a price. And I'm thinking, if you think that's going to happen, I'm telling you now that you can do it for a little while, but eventually the real you comes out. And I know you saying Ange and Demetrius, y'all just old, in which we are. We older. But I do want you to be able to look at that if this relationship start going sideways, you're going to come back to this episode, and I want you to comment on it and say, y'all, it was a good ride. So, but
please comment, y'all. I want to hear y'all views. I mean, me and Anthony got our own view, but I like to hear people's views too. So please comment on this episode. Let me know what you think.
All right. Thank you. This is the Lead Life Experience.
Oh, really? We ready to go?
Yeah, it's time to go, ain't it?
All right, y'all. Hey, y'all. It's time to go. Everybody, bye-bye. Hey, I'll see y'all next week. And please comment and subscribe and share to your friends. Thank y'all.
That's right. The Lead Life Experience Podcast.
Hi, everyone. I hope you have enjoyed the episode so far. You are here with the Lead Life Experiences. And remember, if you want to get your topics discussed or get our opinion or our perspective, join us text us at 833-370-1608 and put relationships in the comment.